Okay, so today we're going to explore the life and the recent passing of Diane Keaton, an absolute legend.
Yeah, and what immediately jumps out from the sources, I think, is that that contrast.
Totally, her public confidence, right? That signature, the turtlenecks, the hats, just
Exactly.
and
Iconic confidence. But then you compare that with how fiercely private her final months were kept. And
Mhm.
she was 79, you know.
Mm,
An actress famous for being so refreshingly real, so unfiltered.
right.
But the sources show this really disciplined, almost calculated way she maintained her personal peace.
Yeah.
So our kind of mission today is to really analyze that.
Yeah.
How someone so out there, so self-assured, could also carry these, well, silent battles
Yeah.
right up to the end.
Let's dig into that ending because it is quite paradoxical. The facts are, well, pretty stark.
Mm.
TMZ got hold of the 911 dispatch audio, just a clinical reference, person down.
Oof, cold.
Yeah. And yet, we know from other sources the family kept everything leading up to that moment incredibly private.
And that choice, that strategic choice, it's fascinating when you analyze it, right?
Yeah.
Because Keaton, even at her peak, didn't really build her career on spectacle. It was always about the character, the authenticity.
True. The sources really emphasized that lifelong value she had. Choosing realness, choosing peace over just constant performance. So the private ending actually fits.
It fits perfectly, doesn't it? It aligns completely with how she always seemed to opt out of the noise, the Hollywood machine, when she wanted to.
And it wasn't like a sudden thing either, pulling back. You read what her close friends said.
Right, the inner circle accounts.
Yeah, and they paint this picture of just enduring spirit, resilience, even when her health was clearly declining.
Friends confirmed she was, like, still cracking jokes.
Funny right up until the end. That's what they said. That humor. It feels like it must have been a shield almost.
Well, this is where we kind of have to think about courage, maybe. It makes you wonder, was that humor effortless, or was it a real sustained effort?
Like a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
Exactly. A disciplined way to stay cheerful, maybe, when your body is feeling you. We sometimes simplify resilience in public figures, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
But the sources suggest this quiet, continuous fight just to maintain that lightness that takes strength.
And that lightness, that connection, it brings us straight to the tributes from her friends.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn, Steve Martin, Bette Midler, people who really knew her.
And when you look at what they focused on, it wasn't the Oscars, was it? It wasn't the headlines.
No, not at all. It was always about shared love, specific inside jokes they had.
Shared coffee, laughter.
Yeah, those small, real moments. So if you piece that together, Keaton's actual legacy, according to the people closest to her, it's not measured in applause or awards.
It's measured in connection.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She showed that life maybe is ultimately measured by how you make people feel. She lived for her art, sure, but she died surrounded by love, not cameras.
And maybe that commitment to what was real, to truth, is what made her so magnetic anyway, even as she got older.
She was quirky, sometimes a bit chaotic, totally unfiltered. She wasn't trying to be perfect Hollywood.
No, not at all.
And by just being herself, laughing too loud, embracing getting older, she kind of gave everyone else permission, too. Permission to not fit the mold.
She really demonstrated that you don't owe the world a constant performance. She chose a life where she could find peace, which, well, that's a pretty powerful definition of success, especially in that industry.
So as we kind of wrap up this exploration of her life, her legacy, maybe her story is a reminder for you, for all of us, really, to check in on your strong friends, the ones who always seem okay, always cracking the jokes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're the ones carrying the heaviest stuff. Peace can be its own success.
That's a great takeaway.
Right.
And thinking about Keaton's fierce commitment, authenticity over visibility, it leaves us with maybe one final thought to consider.
Okay.
With the way we live now, this digital age, everything is just so performative, so public, isn't it?
Yeah, inherently so.
So how does that reality compromise our ability today to leave behind a legacy that's defined by light, not noise, like Keaton seemed to?
Wow. That's a deep question to mull over, something to think about long after this. Thanks for exploring all this with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Stay curious.